AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the New Orleans Saints.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Callaway, the return man. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Throwing on first down. Lincoln. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Michael Thomas.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Operating from the gun. Lincoln stepping up. He'll try and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Van Der Esch on the tackle. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
First down. Lincoln got a man over the middle. It's Williams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On third down, Anderson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They run. Anderson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard.
From the gun, Lincoln gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. And it's
On 3rd down, it's Anderson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On 1st and 10, Lincoln dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
a loss of 2 yards.
You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lincoln, and he's going to go down again. Jalen Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Lincoln over the middle, complete. It's Williams.
The pass.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Cowboys, nothing.
They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
One thing he does very well, he takes care of the football. Had 176 pass attempts to start his career without an interception. That's the most in NFL history. And finished his rookie year, 23 touchdown passes and only 4 interceptions.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he He needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramsey. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Cooper's got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Zach Ball there on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run it with Elliott. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Saints will have the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
23-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Lincoln. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They run again on first down. Anderson.
Jet Anderson.
Neville Gallimore on the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the
From the gun, it's a give to Anderson.
At the 40.
Pulling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Jet Anderson, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Lincoln. He's got a man. It's Williams.
The pass.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. 10th carry now for Anderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Saints 3, Cowboys nothing.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Lincoln under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Prescott from the gun. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. through the air first. Maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up second and
on 2nd down, Anderson. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
1st and goal.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. No. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb.
Complete to C.D. Lamb. It's a pickup of 13. Leads to 3rd down and 3.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
44-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up
from the shotgun. It's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
Saints 10, Cowboys 3.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide, they want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A give to Anderson here out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 7. 1st down.
Anderson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Now Anderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
That's good.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Pass on target. Prescott to Cooper. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Prescott on first down. This to Jarwin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another Cowboys first down.
On first down, it's Elliott. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And again, it's Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll throw again. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
The pass. Fumble on the play.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team.
Anderson loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ramsey. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Gardner Minshew has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
To Ezekiel
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 6.
Elliott, toss right.
And 4 at the 43.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run with Elliott. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 brings
To throw is Prescott.
4.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield, no chance to gain any yardage.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Saints' 11-yard line.
Here's Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Elliott. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, Haywood. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And the lead is up to 14. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Callaway, the return man. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas.
The pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. On one hand, as we look at some of his struggles with the 3 interceptions, he's got to be upset. On the other hand, they're still winning this game.
So how does he take care of the ball the rest of the game? That's what his teammates are interested in because they pick things up for him throughout. You got to look over the defensive side, the kicking game. Those guys have made it work for him. Now his goal, not mess up anything else down the stretch.
Yeah, forget about those 3 picks. Move on.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Devondre Campbell. 4 yards on the pickup.
Prescott from the gun. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
for a Cowboy.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Elliott. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
To the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A give to Elliott, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry by Elliott. Down right around the 25.
Ezekiel Elliott on the carry.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Prescott now. And this one quickly to Lamb. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Dak's going to keep it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Saints.
From the gun, Lincoln. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
New Orleans.
Operating from the gun. Lincoln, they'll roll him out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and
from the gun, Lincoln. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
The Saints on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Lincoln. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Running for it. Here's Anderson. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Number 35.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
first down. It's Elliott, and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Again, it's Elliott.
2nd and 7. Elliott again, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
At the 10-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Complete to number 35. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Prescott to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So give them the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cowboys add on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Lincoln. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
To throw on 3rd down, Lincoln. It's brought in left side by Tate. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Lincoln. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And now it's 2nd down.
And 10.
Throwing again, Lincoln. Man open left side, it's Williams. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
41. Saints 13.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 27-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Callaway on the return. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile,